Alright guys, BLM here. My game crashed. So cool. So again, like that first section of episode 2 crashes all the time. It's really annoying and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. If I'm gonna, I mean, imagine where we're gonna be put. If we're put at the beginning of that scene again, then fuck me. If we're not, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna bother editing it together. I might just say fuck it and just upload this as part 1. But that first, that first level of the alley, it's just so oh no. We're at the beginning. Okay. Well,
I'm
just gonna consider this the start of episode 1. I don't fucking care
The
enough
news
to,
was upsetting
edit it together.
for both of us.
We're going to replay this all
see this.
Yeah, we're starting from the beginning.
I know you come here for solitude, Bruce.
Again, this is so dumb. Because the way, I
allegations
talked about
his
this
ties
part
to
that
the
you're never going
underworld.
to see now, but I'm pretty
This
sure the way
isn't going away.
they built this
It's
is,
also public and messy.
wait, what? I pushed circle. I literally pushed circle. How the fuck did I put triangle?
It doesn't help anything to bottle your feelings up. I've been dreading this day for nearly 2 decades. I hoped it would never come.
Forget the papers. I want to hear it from you.
The truth is, they were billionaires, Bruce. You can't amass that kind of wealth without making certain moral compromises. It's just not possible. That kind of money taints you.
Go to hell.
I'm already there, Bruce. Right alongside you. Hill greased the wheels of politics. Falcone was the muscle. Thomas legitimized the whole enterprise with his name. Your father, Hamilton Hill, and Falcone, they were partners. Nothing happened in Gotham without them knowing.
Falcone, the papers, they were telling the truth. Everyone knew about this but me.
I know it's a lot to take in. I want you to know, I had my suitcases ready. I couldn't stand to be around your father anymore. But then, they were killed, and you were all alone. And I just couldn't walk out the door. Everything I did, everything I've ever done, was out of love for you. I hope you can forgive me.
You really let me down, Alfred. I don't know if I can.
I understand.
Fuck this section now. It's so dumb.
This is the first time I've been back here since that night. When the police called me to collect you, I thought they'd finally arrested your father. I couldn't believe a low-life thug like Joe Chill would have the audacity to rob and kill Thomas Wayne. He was simply too well known. Too big. Yet, there it was.
If my father was that deep in crime, he would have had enemies.
Well, it's a fair assumption. You don't think. You always said it was a simple mugging. In 20 years, you've never wavered from that story.
I can recall every moment of that night in vivid detail. But maybe that's wrong.
Sometimes we block out things we don't want to face.
Maybe there was some detail I overlooked.
Sure. Okay, time for a game that pretty much crashed again. It sucks because it crashes at the end of the scene, which is really strange. Actually, right now it looks like it's running much more smoothly than last time.
But I want him standing here, right now.
And what would the Batman do with his own parents' killer? The possibilities are frightening.
I wouldn't trust myself around him.
Batman doesn't kill.
That's why I wouldn't trust myself.
He was stabbed to death in prison. No one mourns for Joe Chill, Bruce.
Yeah, it's running much more smoothly right now. don't know why that is.
He just wanted to protect us.
He thought he was invincible. Sadly, he was mistaken.
I always wanted to be brave,
I think I picked the wrong
just like him.
Oh well.
And you are. He would be so proud to see that you took a different path.
Oh yeah. Yes. Fuck.
I love that movie. Saw it countless times at that theater. How long did it play there?
Only when you wanted to see it, Bruce. Your mother arranged the special screenings personally.
I never knew that. She was always so good to me.
So, okay. I think that's it, right?
Where exactly does the memory end?
Well, this
My
is where
father
we
pleading.
die.
You don't have to do this. And the gunfires.
And after that? There are considerable gaps in that recollection.
Maybe. Do I really want to know?
Stay back! Take whatever you want! Nothing personal, just business. He told me you had it coming. You don't have to do this. Don't follow me. He's making a mistake.
Bruce, are you all right?
It wasn't a mug. They were assassinated. And Carmine Falcone knows why.
So the game crashed for me last time, so cool. Made it through that. Actually, was it after or before the? Might have been after this, actually. Yeah, it was during this part that the game crashed. We should make it through this time. Again, there's not the lag that there was last time.
Getting you in to see Falcone like this? I don't have to tell you how many rules we're breaking. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm always here for you, but this could land us both in hot water. I pulled all the strings I had with the lieutenant. This better not come back to bite us.
You owe me, Harvey, and now I need your help.
Those are donations, not loans. You're not entitled to a pound of flesh.
Hell, I'll settle for a handshake and a blind eye.
The last time you disappeared behind closed doors with Falcone, the press made us pay. At least tell me what this is about. Look, I'm all for blind support.
Trust me, you don't want to know.
No, I do. That's why I'm asking. I don't ask questions I don't want to know the answers to.
I'm sorry, Harvey. It's better this way.
Fine, fine, don't tell me. But I hope none of this comes back to bite us. I don't want headlines taking away from my debate with Hill.
Dent, Mr. Wayne, welcome to the GCPD.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Now, ordinarily, we'd never let you in to see Falcone, but that must be nice to have a DA in your pocket, Mr. Wayne. Bend the rules whenever you need it.
Harvey's not in my pocket, Lieutenant. He always does what he thinks is right.
Well, it's lucky your interests align.
Nice job bringing in Falcone. Yeah, that son of a bitch better not get off again.
He's not getting off the hook, Renee. Not this time.
Mr. Wayne, Sergeant Renee Montoya. I just wanted to say, some of us police support
Who's
you,
this again?
despite what the media is saying.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Isn't Renee Montoya the same voice actress as someone from I think it was Guardians or
We had to put Falcone in the
one
infirmary.
of those games.
Batman
Right?
practically tore him in half.
I don't remember.
He's helped us a lot in the past,
fair
but
enough,
if you ask
fair
me, he's out of control.
Batman is a monster. That freak does more harm for Gotham than good.
I'm starting to think you might be right. It isn't the first time either.
I was
Nearly
trying to think
ripped
of like, what
that
the fuck
guy's
the last
arm
one
off at the
was. It was like
docks.
I had freak stuck in my mind because of
At
what he
least
just
someone's
said,
getting
so
tough on
it's
these
not
guys.
freak.
I tell you, I'd rather have Falcone in here than out on the
You're a
street.
monster. A
You weren't
murderer.
there, Harvey.
A thief.
You didn't see it.
I want to hurt you so bad.
All right, Falcone's inside. You say what you gotta say. We'll be out here.
Okay. So no matter what, I believe you visit him at the hospital, right?
The hell? Bruce Wayne. You must have some clout. My own wife can't get in to see me. Good thing I'll be out of here in a week. It's like a mausoleum in here.
You know you're going to die in jail.
I'll get witness protection in Tahiti, kid. I'm dying on the beach. Talk like that. You remind me of your father. Yeah, that's right. Tommy and I were close. More than friends. More like cousins.
I could avenge my father's death right now. And there's not a damn thing you could do to stop me.
Avenge Tommy? Ah, so that's what this is really about, huh? The pup digging up a 20-year-old killer.
2 killings, and they were never forgotten.
You and me, we're practically family. I thought you'd have figured that out by now. Hey, I tried to get through to you at Dent's party. Maybe I should have spelled it out. Got a whole closet full of birthday presents I was never able to give you.
We are not family, Falcone. I'm nothing like you.
If you're anything like Thomas Wayne, then we're not so different. Your father
So different,
Hill.
you and I.
and me, we ran this city. Still do. God damn this pain. Can't think through it. Morphine's on the side there. Be a good boy and help Uncle Carmine out, huh?
Hurt him.
Not here to take care of you. You deserve to suffer for what you've done.
Of course, you'd never know the truth. How much of your old man is in you? What kind of son did he make?
I need you alive, but only until I have answers.
Apple didn't fall far, did it? You got that
It's like
Wayne
one more time's
seed.
gone on, the more and more
He
I'm
loved you,
super
you know.
fucking excited for The Last of Us 2.
did it all for
It's like,
you.
I mean, I was excited, obviously. I mean, The Last of Us
protected
1 was
his
great
own.
this whole time. So, like, there was
You
never a
got on
point
his
where I
bad
wasn't
side.
excited for The Last of Us 2.
Your
But I
father
think at
was
this point, like,
more
I think
ruthless
that's
than
like
any of
out
us.
of anything that's coming
He
out
had a switch,
in the
you know.
next like
Still,
6 months or so, I think
made
The
us
Last
all
of Us is
rich,
like number one thing I'm
including
excited
you.
for.
Some people just have the mind for it.
And to be honest, even probably
He
next
was one of the
year,
most
you're
brilliant
not
men I
like,
ever knew.
I hardly remember anything about him.
Yet you see his legacy every day in Wayne Enterprises.
He made
yeah, I'm still a bit
everyone
hesitant
rich,
on
and you still had him killed.
how
You really
like,
think I ordered the hit?
what they're gonna do narratively
Sure,
with
I
it,
worked
but
with Joe Chill
I'm
from time
still
to
excited
time.
to see it.
Put a button on someone, he'd
But
take
I'm
him
kind of
out.
thinking that I'm going
But
to
I
do
never
2
ordered that
videos
hit
in
on
The
your
Last of Us
parents.
on my other channel.
So who did?
I was thinking
You
of only
can't
doing one,
trust
like
anyone
a sort
in
of
Gotham.
retrospective of The Last of Us.
Least of all those you call friend. Your
But I might
parents
also
let-
They're waiting for you in hell! The bastard had to die.
Hands in the air! Stand down! Get a doctor! Secure this floor!
That
No
might
one
also
gets
be
in or out!
a sort
Go!
of...
Go!
Oh, actually, I'm gonna do a review also, so I mean, technically 3 videos. But I also might do a sort of like predictions or like, essentially just a video where I talk about how excited I am for it. But then again, I might also, well, I think I'm actually maybe what I'll do instead, maybe I'll do a like most anticipated games of 2020. I might do that sort of video instead and just talk about The Last of Us 2 there. That might be the smarter idea.
We are in deep shit. I bought us some time, but not much. Word's gonna get out, sooner or later. Why would she do something like this? We had Gotham's biggest crime lord in our grasp.
I don't know. I hardly recognized her when she burst in. She was so different from the woman we met in the hall.
It's a disgrace.
Yeah, that
Another
random one that
officer
just said
gone
like
rogue.
hello. Yeah.
Just
So
doesn't make any
different from that.
sense. She'd never do anything to hurt the department.
Falcone's case meant justice for 1,000 unnamed victims. And now it is a PR disaster. How can I run against corruption when our own cops are redecorating the precinct with their prisoners' brains? Listen, we gotta get out in front of this. We gotta spin it as best we can. Issue a statement saying that we have the shooter in custody. Details are still coming in and that we're investigating. The usual.
We can't act until we know the whole story.
Well, the simple fact is she walked in and shot him.
Then we need the complex facts, like how and why.
Lieutenant, Mr. District Attorney, Falcone's lawyers are here.
Christ. I can delay them for a little while, but we still need answers.
Tell me if she says anything. I have to know why she did this.
Alfred, Falcone's been murdered.
Good God.
I'm looking into it, but I'll need access to the back computer for anything I find.
Connection secured.
Alfred, I'm gonna try and confirm some suspicions of mine.
Okay.
Her veins, still visible beneath her skin. Fresh injection site. That doesn't look like blood. Alfred, I think I found the substance. Analyze and forward me the result.
Of course.
Because I haven't watched much Last of Us 2 gameplay. I don't know if there's a lot out there. Also, I watched the,
Where am I?
Whoa, where was it that they
Mr.
first
Wayne?
showed the gameplay? Was that E3 or was... I don't remember. I think it was E3,
What's
right?
going
E3
on?
last year.
Oh,
E3
but I got
2019.
this awful feeling something terrible happened.
It's not good, Sergeant. You shot Falcone.
I did what? No. God, it's true.
I believe you were drugged, Sergeant.
It would explain a lot. Listen, you have to believe me. I talk big about hurting thugs like Falcone, but I would never betray the lieutenant. Everything is so foggy. I remember a sharp pain.
There's an injection site on your neck.
Then it just felt light. Like I could do whatever I wanted. No guilt, no consequence. There was a voice in my ear insisting Falcone was gonna get off. And all I knew was that I had to
It
stop
looks like the
that.
HUD is still similar to the
I had
original Last of
to,
Us.
no matter what. The reasons why I shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm
They
just
were a
like looking
million
at like
miles away.
You have to remember
gameplay.
more, Montoya.
Yeah, it looks like
Try.
it's very similar with
I remember a hand on my arm.
like brick,
Guided
bottle,
me
Molotov,
like a parent
whatever,
with
all
a
this other
child.
stuff.
The voice, it
and then
was saying
two
something
weapons on the
about
sides. Looks very similar.
revolution.
Again, like obviously the HUD is like looks better, but it's like
Cobblepot
outside
said
that, it
something
looks
similar.
like it's structured the same. Game obviously looks incredible, graphics wise.
I'm so sorry, Lieutenant. I've let you down.
We stalled Falcone's lawyers for now, but they'll be back. How is she? Did she tell you anything?
Yeah, hey, don't worry about that now.
Montoya remembers being drugged.
I was out of my mind, Lieutenant. Please believe me.
Hey, get forensics in here. Now!
She remembers a voice saying something about revolution.
That's not much to go on.
Now, if you're bringing forensics in, let's get Bruce out.
Alfred, I gotta get back to the manor. I've got a lead on whoever's behind this.
Bruce! What are you doing here? My friends in the GCPD have been telling stories about some kind of lockdown?
The press can't seem to leave me alone.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it's your cologne. Word is there were shots fired near where Falcone was being held. Know anything about that? I mean, you must have been back there when it happened.
I have no comment at this time.
Don't be like that, Bruce. Talk to me. Listen, I owe you for those files on Falcone. I got a lot of credit at the Gazette for that story. Whatever's going on here, you can't afford to be associated with it. Let me help you. I can keep your name out of whatever we print, but you need to give me something I can use. Who fired the shots? A cop? I can tell by the way you're brushing me off that something happened.
No deal.
You're fishing. You don't have anything. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You should talk to me, Bruce. This is coming out whether you stonewall me or not.
It's still funny to think that my AC ranking the DLC video still hasn't come out yet. Like it's literally been there for I think what 2 months now. Like I finished editing it like 2 months ago now. But, well, that was coming out a week from yesterday. It won't do well, but I do expect it to do better than the Lost Tale of Greece video. I think it'll definitely do better than that, but not by much.
Either Cobblepot drugged Montoya himself or someone else is using his revolutionary rhetoric. Either way, I need to find him. Let's put our drones in the air and start a search. I'll run a trace on his cell. In the meantime, we have to find out what we can do about this drug.
The computer's been analyzing the chemicals from Montoya's bloodstream.
Throw that up on the monitor. The residue I scan on Montoya is similar to the nerve agent I found at the docks. Let's see what we got.
It's ironic that Falcone died at the hands of someone drugged with his chemicals. Who'd have guessed that's how he'd meet his maker? Prone in his sickbed, surrounded by police who were ordered to protect him.
Murder at the hands of Montoya. That's not justice.
Whoever did this was judge, jury, and executioner. No one should act as all three. I hope he told you something before he was killed. What did you learn from him?
Let's just focus on the task at hand.
Fair enough, Master Bruce. But if you learned something about your parents' murder, I deserve to know.
It wasn't Falcone who called the hit.
Yes, well, I suppose that makes sense. Your father, Hill, and Falcone would have
Yeah, I'm like reading.
balanced
Like
each other
I
out.
started following The Last of Us.
Computers
Reddit.
pinpointed
A lot of people were
reference
talking about
points on the two
grounded mode.
compounds.
Yeah, I talked about how I wanted to try it out, but it sounds really
The
bad.
men at the docks were doused
It's
with
like
the
there's
base
so many people
chemicals.
posting about like
Reaction
how
was
insane they went when
messy.
playing grounded mode.
Or out of control.
It's so funny because like I've watched Anthony Caliber, like he's like the top speedrunner in The Last of Us, and it's like he just like does it so easily.
This refined drug is like a weapon.
Sounds like
It
it's
only took
kinda,
a small injection to strip Montoya of her moral filters
I
and
mean,
make her
it's very
act on her
impressive what he
base
was able to
impulses.
do when watching that speedrun of grounded
Both
glitches.
compounds seem stable, but they're quick to fall apart. Whoever processed it knew what they were doing.
What could the creators of such a drug possibly have in mind? Fighting your wars is one thing, but drugging others to fight them for you?
As far as I know, Montoya is still an isolated case.
Your drones are in position to triangulate Cobblepot's location.
Find her now! Send a strong message. Bring me her head!
Well, this one's obviously Arkham.
Yeah, there you go. You'll be alright. You're right.
Fuck off.
The Skyline Club. Jesus, didn't even wait for Falcone's body to get cold, did you, Oz?
Going to speak with him, Bruce?
Bruce Wayne already tried talking with Cobblepot. It's time he met the Batman.
Come on, I know there's gotta be more around here. The man probably had millions in his soft drawer alone.
If Falcone finds out I helped you, he'll kill me.
Your boss won't be doing much of anything! Ever again.
It's gonna be weird that a year from now, PS5 is gonna be ready to come out soon.
You lot, come check out this office. Where is... I don't know! Please, Mr. Collins, please! You can help me, or you can...
Let him go.
Batman! It's about time! You kill a crime boss, you'd expect a word of thanks from Gotham's #1 vigilante. Oh, don't worry, I'll pass your gratitude on to those who made it happen.
The only thing you'll get from me is a trip downtown.
Is this about Falcone? We all saw how you felt about Falcone. Impaling a man on live TV. If you were truly the defender of this city, you'd have finished the job yourself. Admit it, Falcone deserved to die. Vermin like Falcone, they deserve to be stomped out. Believe me, I know.
You don't decide who lives and who dies. That's not justice.
But it's bloody well satisfying, isn't it? As a show of good faith, I'm gonna let this one go. How's about we talk this through? We helped you with Falcone. Now, if we could just cut out the rest of the rot, like Wayne and Hill, ordinary folks might be able to breathe.
What is it about this place that attracts criminal scum like you? You're going to attack the mayor? That's not going to happen.
Attack? Absolutely not. Mayor Hill's role has been decided. Here's the thing. I actually admire you, Batman. We both want the same kinds of things. Me and my people, we've got big plans for Gotham.
They found Catwoman.
What do you want with her?
We had a deal. She didn't make good on it. So sorry this didn't work out, mate. I'd stay to watch. I would, but I still got a Catwoman problem to deal with. Or, what's her name again?
Selina.
Yes! Oh, beautiful name.
I think I might actually... Yeah, this is only like an hour 20 long episode, so I think what I'm gonna do then is probably try to get through this scene. And probably try to finish it.
Gonna have to try harder than this.
Oh, do you actually not have to kill him? I thought you have to kill that guy.
Alfred,
Or not kill.
track down Selina Kyle.
Oh, see, Batman.
I'll find her right away.
Okay. So yeah, we're about 43 minutes out from the end. So I do think we'll probably end here then. Yeah, let's end here. Next episode we'll wrap up episode 2. But for now, thank you for watching.